In life, you see what you want to see. I've always preached this. Every single day of your life, there's 24 hours. Some people complain all through. Some people do something meaningful. I've always told you about RAS, Reticular Activating System. I've told you about mental models. If you wake up in the morning and you just decide that it's a bad day, nobody can help you. I always give example, and sometimes it sounds cliche. As I'm talking to you, I'm wearing two rods on my legs, which is called calipers. If I want to rise from here, I need to have two crutches to be able to rise. In fact, I'm sitting on top of two rods. You know, before I could put it on, it is some tug of war. When I got married, it took my wife more than a decade to come to terms with, the weight, because every morning she picks it to give me, or every evening she picks it to keep where it's supposed to be. She's always depressed. In other words, she asks, so you'll be carrying this weight all through the day and you'll be smiling, joking, and, motivating people, talking for 6 hours, 5 hours, making money and all those. She wondered how I could do that. But I told her I've lived with this greater part of my life, so I've complained about it, I've thought about it, I've blamed God, I've blamed the devil, I've blamed my parents, I've blamed the hospitals. It never gave any solution, and I decided I should blame myself, and then take responsibility. It happened when I was 1 year, 6 months, and I decided that whatever is this polio, I would conquer you. And I did. The point is very simple. If I kept complaining that there's nothing God could do or devil can do for me, there's nothing my parents could have done, because I would always be depressed. I couldn't do even the things I can do today. Somehow I think that the disability have turned it into some kind of blessing, because I could sit down and develop myself. I could sit down and read the whole day. I could sit down and work the whole day. My work ethics is strong simply because I can't really move around. I'm now in my office, passing around my office, I could fall. So then using wheelchair to move around is discomforting because of my legs. So what do? I sit on my table and do the work. So if I decide to complain, I have good reasons to complain. Why? You can't even see it. The point is very simple. You have good reasons to complain about the economy, about the government, about what these guys, and somebody called them criminal, and then it became a problem. What these guys are not doing right. But you see, if you can't save yourself, nobody can. I want you to start where you are right now. Start with what you can. Start doing and keep moving. And you see, IT online has democratized everything. Before now, NBC would have needed me to come and register with them before I could broadcast. But today you can broadcast and nobody can even stop you unless you are causing people, blaspheming or defaming people or something like that. So stop complaining, start doing from where you are with what you have, and say you don't have anything, you are even hungry right now. You see, the scripture says, Jesus himself said, the poor will always be in your midst. Always say, I won't be that poor. As I'm talking to you, there's somebody who is willing to help, but what value are you bringing to the table? What can you do? Can you wash car? Can you farm? Can you advise? Can you mentor? Can you write? Can you use the computer? Can you type? Walk up to people and talk to them what you can do. And then, if you're up there, what can you do for organizations, the oil companies? What can you do for universities? What can you do for ministries, departments, and agencies of government, high net worth individual? What can you do for businesses, micro, small, and medium enterprises, organized private sector? What can you do? Stop complaining and do something. Your complaint is relevant. Your complaint is true. You are not frivolous in your excuses. But the point is that they don't solve problems. That's the only point. So I'm not saying that your complaint is misplaced. No. What I'm saying is that if you complain till the kingdom come, you can't use the receipt of your complaint to go to a supermarket and buy anything. Start doing right now. See you soon.